Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror media. I'm Terrell Hill, and today we're finishing up the CHUCKY TV series, which came out in 2021. So yeah, we're just finishing it up in one video because I got tired of the little 3-minute videos I already made, and plus I already covered episode 1 and or 2 on the Kill Count already. So yeah, but season 1 is a very good ass fucking season. I really like the hell out of it, and the rest of these episodes that I'm covering in this video is from episode 3 to 8. So yeah, and there's 8 episodes in this whole season, so let's see how many people die and let's get to the kills. We pick up right where we left off in the last episode and all that type of shit. Then we cut to Chucky and him talking about some shit that he wants to kill some people and shit like that. And yeah, but Jake says he can't do it and shit because, you know, he's not a pure-hearted killer and shit. Anyway, Chucky reminds himself that, you know, his first time was at a birthday party where he looks at little girls mean and shit. Come on now, that's not nice. But we get a title card and shit like that, which looks pretty damn great, honestly. We got the Perry's middle school, which, wait, what? These people are not even freshmen yet? Damn. Jake is still pissed off at Lexi, that's why he slams his locker door shut, but when he sees Devin and shit, he kinda gets happy, I guess. But anyway, on the way home and shit, he runs into his teacher, which she says if you need help, you know, call her and shit like that. Anyway, we got to him tracking somebody trying to, you know, kill Lexi and shit like Chucky told him, but it ends up being, you know, him and shit like that. So yeah, bro tries to tell Lexi that shit you pulled at the party wasn't nice, but she says she don't give no fuck and she got 400 likes off that shit. But Lexi, 400 likes might mean something to you, but 400 likes really ain't shit, and sorry Jake. For the 3 millionth time, once again, Chucky encourages Jake to fucking just kill that bitch already, but he says he can't because, you know, it's just not in him and shit, but he tried to earlier. I guess Chucky went over to Lexi's house so he can kill her for Jake and all that type of shit, but anyway, he tries going for her mom first and shit, but some stops him when, you know, all these fucking people come in and shit. Lexi and bro was just talking about their relationship and all that type of shit, and then Chucky and this little girl was talking about how Chucky's finna try and kill her whole fucking family. So yeah, he says he doesn't know who the first one's on his list, but I guess it's him because he strikes at him and shit, and I guess he stabbed him in his leg, but before he goes in for the strike, I'm gonna count him too. But yeah, anyway, he keeps stabbing him and shit, so yeah, but bro, if he doesn't get that fucking doll off of him, but I guess them little ass stabs killed him. He makes that face and shit. But yeah, anyway, he goes in Lexi's room and starts fucking with her and shit. And so they start wrestling around and shit. He gets her to the ground and shit, but he doesn't do nothing and shit. And then he starts getting weird and shit, saying dumbass chants and all that type of shit. Cause you know, that's just how he be. Anyway, but I guess Lexi ain't a big fan of his lingo and shit. And the house, you know, catches fire and shit, which I don't know how the fuck nobody noticed that damn fire and shit. But yeah, damn, y'all motherfuckers not aware of something? Chucky gets one more little evil laughing and shit before the house fucking explodes and shit. And also, there was no aftermath of that fire scene. That's why you didn't see no kill graphic pop up, so sorry. But instead, Jake goes to the hospital, where she tries to look ghosts in Devin's room, but you know, he's gonna go in other people's rooms too. See, I told you. Jake is pretty happy that his friend is, you know, not dead and shit like that. I'm pretty happy that he survived and shit. Lexi finally believes Jake that, you know, Chucky is real and shit because, you know, she just got attacked by him and shit. Anyway, they talk about him and some more and shit like that. So yeah, and they come up with a plan, so I guess they could try and get him and shit. So yeah, and she also accuses him of bringing her to her house and shit. Then we get another little title card and shit. I wanted to show it because he looked pretty great. Anyway, Lexi's parents are accusing her of that house fire and shit, and why everyone is hurt and all that type of shit. And they walk off being pissed off at her and shit like that. Boy, Jake and Lexi go over to the house that Chucky is at and shit like that because, you know, they just want to see if he's there or not. Then Devin looks up what a good guy doll is and shit like that. Then we get some flashback scenes of, you know, young Charles relay and shit. Then we cut to this person, you know, and we're gonna count him and shit. Anyway, Lexi and Jake finally get in that damn house so they can look for Chucky and shit. So yeah, and their house is looking pretty fucked up and shit. Anyway, Lexi tells Jake to lead the way and shit shit. But yeah, they both kind of hesitate to, you know, go upstairs and shit, because, you know, Jake doesn't know where her room is and shit like that. Anyway, he just tells her to go, and he'll lead you to the directions and shit. Anyway, Jake is telling Lexi why he sent that doll after her to try and kill her and shit, because, you know, she's a shitty person and shit. After trying to make it fun of her dad, then she falls over the steps and shit, and Chucky hears all that shit and, you know, starts waking up and all that type of shit. Then he notices what the fuck is going on and shit, and he tells Jake to drop her and shit. This is finally your chance to be a good ass killer and shit. But nope, Chucky winds up at the hospital and shit because, I don't know, man, because this guy brought him there and shit. Then he picks up a scalpel and you know what he does with it? He throws it in this guy's back and shit. Because, you know, he hit him in his spinal cord and he can't move now. And now he's finna drug him all up and shit like that. So, yeah. Anyway, he says a shitty one-liner before he does the little deed and shit. One stab makes bro start bleeding all crazy and shit like that. So, yeah, even his fucking fingernails was damn. But anyway, Chucky laughs at it and shit, obviously. But yeah, anyway, they all wind up at Devin's house to come up with a plan, I guess. And this fucking detective asked Jake if he killed her dad and not, but nope. Anyway, Chucky unplugs that little girl's hospital bed and shit, which is pretty fucked up. Then the hospital starts going off, and then that dead body is revealed finally and shit. So yeah, with Chucky fucking him up and all that type of shit. So yeah, then he flicks all three of them off and shit because, I don't know, he just does it just to does it. He just, damn, that's some savage shit right there. I ain't gonna cap Chucky, damn. Anyway, Coraline wakes up finally from out that damn hospital bed and shit, and, you know, everything seemed like it's going well and shit until, you know, he brings that Chucky doll. Then, you know, he goes to throw it out and shit like that. This is like the 3 millionth time that Chucky has been thrown in the fucking trash, but I guess this time through he seems to like that shit, because, you know, he swims around in it and he likes it. Then we get another cool ass title card, which I feel like I just had to put it in this video. Okay, Coraline and her dad is, you know, having a good time and shit. I don't think nothing can set the mood off right now until, you know, Lecky starts, you know, asking Chucky questions and shit. Then it pisses Caroline off and shit like that, saying that she hates the shit out of Chuck. Through all that shit he pulled at the party, she don't fuck with him no more. Lexi learns some new information that, you know, that Chucky doll is now in the trash because, you know, the dad just fucking threw it out. Then she knows she runs to the fucking trash, if, you know, that's what you want to call it and shit. Then they make their asses over there and shit like that. They better hurry the fuck up and shit. But yeah, they debate to see who the fuck is going to dig in this big ass trash can and shit. Jake says he'll be a kind gentleman and volunteer to do it and shit like that, because he's ready to get his hands dirty and shit. And then, you know, they get to work, I guess. Because, I don't know, they're just standing right there and shit like that. And Lexi and Jake gets to work, trying to find Chucky and, I guess, peck at him and shit. But when they don't find him or nothing, they feel grossed out after doing all that shit. Especially Lexi. But when they get to school and shit, I guess they get flashbacks of all the fucking murders that done happened so damn far. So yeah, I don't know why, but anyway, they fucking come up with a plan and shit after school and shit like that. But it seems like Junior is ear hustling and shit, and, you know, Jake asks what the fuck they're gonna do about it. Then, you know, they finally get home and shit, Lexi's family and all that type of shit. They get back to their fucked up house and shit, and, you know, the dad offers her a little good ass place to sleep and shit, but she doesn't like it. Then the Chucky doll brings her spirits up again and shit like that. Lexi seems a little worried and shit because, you know, Coraline got a fucking Chucky doll in her hand. Then she fucking starts beating it the hell up because she don't trust that shit. I don't blame you. But anyway, the fake Chucky doll is right there, and the real one's pretty damn sad because he got traded for some bullshit and all that type of shit. So yeah. Anyway, fucking the dad goes in there and shit, you know, checking on her little daughter and shit and all that type of shit. Then he tells Devin and fucking Jake to get over to her house and shit so they can, I guess, beat Chucky up. But obviously, just to let y'all know, that's not actually Chucky right there and shit like that, because he fucking swapped his soul out. Then we get some flashback scenes of Charles Lee Ray killing someone and all that type of shit. Then another dead body is revealed and all that type of shit laying on the ground. Then fucking Chucky in that body fucking kills that girl right there and shit. Then the fucking person gets up there, the fucking police or something, gets up there and lets the town know some shit. And then we get another kill when, you know, Chucky killed her and all that type of shit. So yeah, anyway, Chucky is transferring his soul into this new doll and shit so he can feel new once again and shit like that. Then we cut to, South California and shit, where this car is driving and shit. And they look like they're ready to stand on business because, he puts that gun in the back of that suit and shit. And also, this turns out, this is fucking Andy motherfucking Barkley just years motherfucking later and shit like that. Anyway, they asked the family some questions and shit. And stuff like that, asking that little girl some good ass questions and shit. The people notice that she got Chucky in her hand, and then he falls to the ground and shit. Then they both start shooting the ever living shit out of Chucky, like literally. So yeah, that's pretty fucked up and shit. On their way home and shit, I guess they talk about what they did earlier and shit. Pretty glad, and now they think that they killed Chucky and shit, which yeah. And then we get some little Child's Play 2 scenes and all that type of shit. So yeah, and shit like that. Then the fucking teacher gets arrested because I guess they think she been committing all these damn murders and shit, but Devin tries to tell his mother that they're fucking wrong. That's not her, but shit. But anyway, Jennifer fucking Tilly is trying to Jennifer and Nika start talking about some other shit and all that type of shit. Then she notices that she's not Chucky anymore, and then her body starts doing some dumb shit. Then she finally comes back to life and shit. Anyway, we get another flashback scene where this guy is trying to sell Charles Lee Ray a fucking car and shit, and all that type of shit. He thinks the whip looks good and shit like that. He says it's vintage and shit, but Charles Lee Ray starts throwing shots at him, even fucking basically insulting him and shit because he lied about the car being old and shit. Then he just get his throat slit and shit like that by her right there. Then they pull off in their new whip and shit and all that type of shit. And then they just leave bro right there. So yeah, Tiffany notices that Chucky isn't Chucky anymore, and she knows that that's just Nika looking at her and shit. She tries to play it off and shit, but that shit doesn't go anywhere. But anyway, Andy Barkley is trying to get in contact with Jake and shit, texting him and shit. He tells him to drop the load and he'll be over there as soon as he get there. And then we got to her buying a new ass house that doesn't look any type of new, but I guess it looks great in her eyes. So yeah, shit like that. And then they chop her in there and shit. And honestly, that house don't look that bad from the inside, but outside it looks like shit. Anyway, this girl and this other girl is having a meeting of some sort, just talking and shit about the past and shit. Then she goes stares out a window for a good few minutes, which doesn't seem bad at all, right? But anyway, she hears some noises and shit. Chucky sends that damn thing after her so she can fall down and fall to her death and shit. So yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Shit like that. Anyway, Jake and Devin are talking about their favorite horror movie and Final Girl and shit. But I wish I could play a clip for you, but bullshit copyright. That's why I can't play no clip for you guys. I guess Lexi up there trying to defend that Chucky all off by herself and shit like that. Anyway, he says he finally got you now, and all he needs you to do is just kill Jake and he'll let you go. Anyway, I guess they talk about how the fuck she's gonna do it and shit, but their plan obviously fails and shit. And it gets Devin's mom killed when she falls down the steps and shit. So yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Then they all starting over and start freaking out and shit and all that type of shit. So yeah. Anyway, fades to black. Then they all go to a funeral. You know what? It's about time they had one. Jake is staring at some pictures and shit from all the people that have died so far, and he feels bad because he feel like all this shit done happened because of him and shit. I guess they all sit down and shit, start grieving once again. Then Devin and Jake meet up and they give each other a good ass friendly hug and shit. Then Jill Lexi has to join in on this fun too and shit like that. Then Junior decides to come over there and piss on everyone's parade and shit, and comes over there pissed off at Jake and shit because he feel like everything done happened because of him. And he punched bros in the face and shit and all that type of shit. And they tell his bitch ass to get over there and shit like that. Then bro asks, is Jake okay and shit? And he says he is. Then fucking Tiffany steps out and shit, and then just walks over there and kisses all over bro's face. Was like, what the fuck? That boy was a married man. Well, he was until Chucky came at her job to go kill that bitch. So yeah, sorry. We're in Chicago of 1988, which I guess is a reference to the first movie and shit. Then fucking that guy comes in and shit to their new home and shit, which looks pretty damn great and shit. And they instantly get it on and shit. It turns them on enough to, kill people too and shit like that. Cause you see these two bodies right and shit like that, which I'll count them and shit like that. Anyway, they discuss when the hell they're gonna get over Jake's house and shit like that. And they stop to go get some gas at this damn store and shit. All that type of shit. So yeah. yeah. Then Andy pulls off to leave and shit, and just left her, I guess, and all that type of shit. And then fucking Lexi and Coraline are just cleaning up and shit, I guess. And you know, Devin is cleaning up too, I guess. Cause you know, have to clean up all that evidence and all that type of shit. Devin insists that, you know, they don't think they can work anymore as a couple and shit. Then, you know, Junior goes in there to talk to his dad about his mother and shit, but he goes back in there with that Chucky doll and shit, which, yeah. Anyway, I guess bro left the house for a few minutes, then I guess finally decided to come back and shit like that. So yeah, as bro is walking in, Chucky fucking stares at this guy all creepily and shit, and his kid too and shit like that, and they plot on how the fuck they're gonna kill this guy and all that type of shit. Chucky insists that, you know, he should kill his dad and shit because, you know, he's a shitty person, I guess, in Chucky's eye at least. And he picks up that knife and shit and, you know, gets ready and shit. Anyway, Jake is coming downstairs and shit and, you know, getting ready to leave the house, and he does some dirty shit and, you know, steals the money and all that type of shit. And he doesn't know that Junior saw him and shit. And, you know, he think he's slick and shit, but he's not. Anyway, we go back to these flashback scenes and shit where Tiffany is just now getting home and all that type of shit. Then she hears some noises in her room and all that type of shit again. Anyway, I guess she listens for a few seconds and opens it, and it's just him killing someone. So there's another killer on her count right there. But also, Tiffany in the future is now giving Junior this damn Swedish meatball thing. So yeah, shit like that. It's because, you know, the death of his mom and all that type of shit. She tried to support him and shit like that. Then she goes to leave and shit like that. Then Jake and Lexi find out that a fucking Chucky doll is getting sold to that creepy ass house back at Charles Lee Racing and all that type of shit. Then, you know, Jake comes up with the idea and shit like that. And then I guess they finna go over there, but nah, it fades to black, and you know, we cut to Devin and all these damn Chuckies in this one fucking room. Junior dad is trying to talk to him and shit like that, but Junior refuses to talk to him because, you know, he think he cheated on his mama and shit like that, because that explains why she fell out that damn window and shit. But nah, he beats the shit out of him with this damn Chucky doll and shit. I guess Chucky is liking that shit and all that type of shit. So yeah, he continuously literally beat the living shit out of him with these weird ass Chucky shots and more shit. Chucky gives bro his props because someone's decided to step the fuck up and play in his eyes and shit. Then we come back to Devin because, you know, all these damn Chuckies, which that's literally a whole fucking NBA roster in there. But once again, both of these guys are watching someone go into their fucking house and shit out of fucking window and shit. And we fade to black and shit, which they're still doing it. But yeah, anyway, it's Italy Barkley down there and he's looking for someone. Then they knock on their house door and rings their doorbell and shit. You know what? I can insist that we go down the stairs to go kill bro. And I guess fuck his life, I guess. And then I guess they talk about some shit and all that type of shit. He says he's looking for someone. I don't forgot what name he said, but yeah. Anyway, he asks us where the hell his mom at and shit. And he lets him in and shit. And he lets him know that his mom is dead and all that type of shit. And they go down the hallway to go take him to this damn room and shit. And all that type of shit. So yeah, and when he gets in there, he acts like a damn health inspector and starts searching bro's whole fucking house and shit. I'm talking about his closet and other shit. So yeah. Well, I guess bro was looking for a Chucky doll and shit, but he didn't seem to find one. So yeah, and then he starts calling his dad and shit, which I don't know why and shit, but yeah. Anyway, they go into this damn bathroom and shit where he searches more and all that type of shit. So yeah, and he leaves out of there because, you know, he couldn't find shit. So yeah, then Chucky pops out that damn toilet and shit because he knew he wouldn't check there and all that type of shit. So yeah, Chucky talks about how he got other plans for Andy Barkley and shit, and then we get another one of those cool ass title cards, which I'm sorry y'all, but I just feel like I needed to add it this one. Lexi and, you know, bro over there is just talking about some Chucky shit and all that type of shit. Then they hear a noise and shit, which spooks them out, shit like that. Then they go and check it out and shit, which appears to be a big ass Chucky doll, but it's not though. He tries to do a Shining reference, but you know, he just gets shot down until he's left into fucking pieces and shit. Then Lexi asks us, who the fuck are you and shit and all that type of shit. Then she says she's a great person, but I don't think good people drug other people though. So yeah, they both start getting woozy and shit, and she put them to sleep with whatever fucking drink she had them drinking while they were talking and shit. But Chucky and Tiffany are having a fight because, you know, he was acting like Nika and shit, but you know, man, and Tiffany tried to kill that bitch, so, but nope. Anyway, Chucky is back in the body now, but you know, he tries to strike at her and shit, but the other Chucky that's staying over there is like, don't kill her and shit, cause you know we need her and shit like that. Then they have a little fucking bonding sesh, I I guess, and shit like that. Then they go into this room full of fucking Chuckies and shit, and once again, another NBA roster. And Devin's just chilling right there in that chair and shit. Then Chucky, tells him to kill him, but obviously not, I guess. And the house just fucking blew up. And then we fade to black and shit. And then these two people finally get the hell up once again, because they got fucking drugged from earlier. Then I guess they think Devin is dead, but trust me, he's not. See? And then they have a little, bonding session once again. Then bro gets killed for the fucking theater scene and shit like that. So yeah, and then she screams as well and shit, while Chucky is just, going under there stabbing people and shit. And with Chucky is getting stepped on currently right now because Jake is stepping all over him and shit. Then he's gonna fucking squeeze the shit out of him until he starts looking like that and shit. Cause he's pretty pissed off at him. So yeah. Then they all just stand in front of the damn movie theater and shit. And then the next day they go out to the damn graveyard and shit, so they can put some flowers down on someone's grave and shit. So yeah, and also yeah. Anyway, season 1 ends with them hugging each other and shit like that, which is always nice. And then the final shot of this season is when this fucking person is staring. How many kills happened in a very interesting TV series? Let's find out and let's get to the numbers. Alright, since I covered episode 1 and 2, with this video we counted 33 kills, but if we count the one person that died in the other 2 videos that I counted, we really got 35 kills in the whole Chucky TV series. The victims consisted of 31 male and 4 female, so yeah, our pie chart is, a little bit more on the blue side this time. With a series of 8 episodes, that left us with a kill on average every 4.37 minutes. I give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to the syringe kill, because I pretty fucking like it. It's pretty creative. Dalmache for lamest kill will go to Oliver's death, because it's not, it's pretty damn lame. And that's it. This series came out in 2021, and I'm pretty glad I got to finish it in one video. Now, I'm sorry y'all, but y'all won't be getting Cocaine Bear on Sunday, man. I'm pretty fucking tired, so I really hope y'all understand that. But see you next week with Jack Frost. But until then, this has been the Kill Count. Thank you guys so much for watching today's Kill Count episode. I know though, well, let me know if you guys really like this one. I actually personally really like this one. I really feel like this is a pretty good Kill Count episode. I ain't gonna cap. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this very long episode, taking your time out of your day to come over here and watch me. So yeah, see you next week with Jack Frost, and be good people.